Brian, I'm kind of surprised Democrats don't have a commercial like the old Raid commercials, the bug spray commercials tied to the whole FBI Mar-a-Lago thing yet. We'll discuss that here later on Insiders with Brian Gaddy, our Democrat and conservative commentator, and from IndyPolitics.org, Abdul Hakim Shabazz. Welcome, gentlemen. Good to talk to you. Raid is coming up. It's good to have you back. Raid is coming up, but let's come to Indiana first and talk about the aftermath of the special session. I hate using the word aftermath because it's just one of those words that gets overused in journalism, but this first thing I thought of. But since the special session, since the virtual universal ban on abortion was signed into law by the governor a week ago as we record this, some businesses have criticized it, notably Eli Lilly. They said they might not be able to expand their operations in Indiana now that Senate Bill 1 is the law, of course, taking effect September 15th. Cummins, another big employer, they've criticized the bill. The Indy Chamber did go on record before the special session was over in criticizing Senate Bill 1. But Abdul, I thought it was notable that Eli Lilly waited until after the session to say anything about this, unlike what we saw during the RFRA debate, the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, back in 2015.
Yeah, as I jokingly said, my friends at Eli Lilly and Cummings are definitely profiles encouraged this week. Wait until after the bill's passed to express their concerns. Now, this doesn't say they may have done something privately, like may have got a hold of Todd Houston or Rod Brand and say, hey, this may be bad for business. Are you sure you want to do this? We won't say anything publicly. We want to express our concerns. So I'll give them that possibility. But I think it's really bogus to wait until after the bill's passed to express your concerns. Meaning whether you're for it or against it, that doesn't really matter. But if you have an opinion and think that it's going to affect business in the state of Indiana, they should have said something sooner rather than later.
Brian, regardless of when they said what, we've always known Democrats' opinion on Senate Bill 1. We knew it during the session. We know that now. Democrats are now focusing, I would think, on the November elections. Question is, even though you can make that contrast with Republicans that we believe in abortion rights, we believe in the right to choose, and they don't. And we've seen what happened with the Kansas referendum, where that overwhelmingly was defeated, the effort to remove abortion rights from the Kansas state constitution. With the districts the way they're drawn in Indiana, how much of an impact do you think Democrats can actually make when it comes time to vote?
I think we Democrats can definitely make an impact when it comes time to vote because we're going to be able to, I think, compete more effectively in these suburban counties that surround Marion County, that surround Indianapolis. And as I've said before on your show, Ray, that I call this the Make Indiana Blue Act. It's not going to happen overnight, but I think at some point Indiana is going to become a much more competitive state because of this draconian approach to a woman's right to choose. And women still and should always have a right to choose. That the Republicans have Indiana Republicans have gone on in this crusade, in my opinion. You've got members of the General Assembly talking about I love Jesus, and I love Jesus too. But what does that got to do with legislating in the General Assembly? There is supposed to be a separation of church and state. Last I checked, in our U.S. Constitution. But yet we've got members of the Republican Party in the General Assembly that are taking their religious beliefs and trying to codify them into law, and that's just not right.
A couple of things where I want to piggyback on a couple of things that Brian talked about. First of all, I would not be surprised if once law goes into effect and lawsuits are filed, one of which is on a religious ground, because if you think about it, the Jewish faith and the Muslim faith have different times when conception takes place and when the fetus is viable. So I would not be surprised if that happens. Also, there's some talk about an inherent right to privacy in the Indiana Constitution, or maybe a lawsuit. And also maybe another federal lawsuit under the Ninth Amendment jurisprudence, which basically says rights that aren't enumerated in the Constitution doesn't mean you don't have them. Because the founding fathers couldn't write everything down, all the rights we have. So I would not be surprised from a legal perspective that we get those three lawsuits popping up. But something else to piggyback on what Brian says, I do think Democrats have a path to maybe a little bit better of I don't think they'll get control of the legislature. But I do think they have a path to possibly pick up some seats, because a lot of Republicans, particularly those suburban Republican women, do not like men tell them what to do with their body parts. And so that could play out in the legislature, and also keep tabs on the Secretary of State's race, because that may be the weak spot. We did some polling. Destiny Wells was slightly ahead of Diego Morales and Jeff Moore. But once again, I've spoken to Destiny and also some Democrats. They've been getting lots of calls from lots of Republicans saying they're upset at the party. So they may not. So Republicans may keep the legislature, but the Secretary of State's race could be in play.
In other
We
words,
shall
Sleazy D is in trouble.
Well, we shall see. Now, something else that may have an impact electorally, and not going to really focus on that, but let's focus on the news itself. Of course, this week, the FBI got a court-ordered um, warrant to search the home of Donald Trump, the former president, in Mar-a-Lago. They took out a whole lot of boxes of documents, and we'll get to the political reaction first because it was interesting and still is interesting, needless to say, now that Attorney General Merrick Garland has spoken publicly about this for the first time. But Abdul, from a legal standpoint, as the lone attorney on Insiders Today, it seems like, I mean, we still don't know a lot because the warrant has not been released, but we seem to be just scratching the potential legal surface based on the publicly available information. We know there was a subpoena issued already, even before this raid took place. And now things are starting to trickle out about some of the documents that may have been at Mar-a-Lago that should not have been.
Yes, particularly our nuclear codes. Imagine that sitting in a basement in a golf course. Like, what the hell's going on here? First of all, I had to give Merrick Garland credit because Merrick Garland is a lawyer's lawyer. He's a professional. He said, "Look, we're not going to try this case in the media. We'll let the documents speak for themselves." But he did come out and defend the integrity of the men and women who work for the FBI. And it's a little bit hypocritical. My Republican friends say, "Hey, they should release the warrant, release the probable cause affidavit, release everything." And Merrick Garland called it bluff the other day. He said, "Okay, sure. Now what?" And late last night, as much as we record this morning, Donald Trump said he encouraged them to be released today, and all this other stuff. Like, okay, get out of here. This is ridiculous. But first and foremost, there's a process that law enforcement has to go through in order to serve a warrant. It's got to be signed by a judge, and the statements have to be sworn to under oath. I mean, that's first and foremost. I mean, I remember this from criminal law class like almost 20 years ago. So to say that the FBI is doing something funny or they shouldn't, the ex-president's home is like sacred ground is ridiculous.
Still, Brian, in the media universe in which, well, we don't reside, but some people reside, where they can be told over and over again, as they have been this week, that this is a political witch hunt, that it was quote unquote Biden's, I'm sorry to do air quotes there, that it was Biden's DOJ, that Biden is trying to take out his potential 2024 opponent by using the Justice Department because, as we know from January 6th committee testimony, that's what Donald Trump was talking about doing with his Justice Department. But be that as it may, these people are being fed that day after day, hour after hour, that this is a political hit job. And they're not going to get any other information from any other outlets. So what kind of political risk does this carry for Democrats, if any, given what we know?
I don't think there's any political risk for us as Democrats as long as we tell the truth. And the truth is, Donald Trump not only had, as my good friend Abdul said, had nuclear secrets at his home in Mar-a-Lago, and not only that, was the chief instigator of the insurrection on January 6th. It's just, where do you start? I mean, my goodness, we've got Tish James up there in New York. That's where she's pursuing the civil case against him for potential business financial fraud. The man claimed the fifth against self-incrimination. What, 400, over 400 times? My goodness. And then his home was raided this week by the FBI. And then also there was a judge that said that that a House committee could have access to his tax records. So this has just been like a hat trick of legal nightmares for this man. And I say to my friends in the Republican Party who are still on the MAGA train, if you think Donald Trump is the victim of a witch hunt, then stop behaving like a witch. That's all you have to do. Stop behaving in a criminal manner. And you don't see the FBI raiding Jimmy Carter's house or Bill Clinton's or George W. Bush, even though George W. Bush did a lot of things wrong. No one's tried to raid his house, or Barack Obama. Why is this happening to Donald Trump? Donald Trump is engaged in criminal activity. I know his name is Donald J. Trump. At this rate, you got to change his middle name from John to Jail. It's going to have to be Donald Jail Trump, because the rate he's going, that's where he's going to end up.
Wonder how long it took him to come up with that, Abdul.
He's been waiting all day for that one.
Waiting all day. Now, be that as it may, Republicans were almost in universal lockstep, including the former Vice President Mike Pence, who Donald Trump supporters wanted to hang on January 6, 2021, in condemning the FBI raid. And another prominent Hoosier Republican was Congressman Jim Banks from the Fort Wayne area, and the Republican Study Committee that he is a part of and one of the leaders of. They almost universally condemned this. Now, we'll see what they say now that the Attorney General has come out and said, sure, release the warrant. Let's see what we found out. But Abdul, how much of a political mistake potentially was it for Republicans, almost to a person, to condemn this raid as it happened without waiting to see what comes out for it? Or, as I said, they live in a different media universe than we do. Does it really matter ultimately?
For the hardcore Trump supporters, I don't think it really matters. And once again, it shows the hold that Donald Trump has over today's Republican Party. Because if you want to be president, say like Mike Pence, or move up the ladder, like my friend Jim Banks, you have to sort of be on the president's side in all this. This is why I have to give credit to U.S. Senator Todd Young. When Todd Young was asked, what do you think about the raid? He's like, well, let's get all the facts first, which is what you should be saying. But then Todd Young is also a smart guy. He's also an attorney like I am. So you get all the facts first before you start commenting one way or the other. But I think this shows the hold that Donald Trump has, over the Republican Party, and like I said, at least for right now.
Then you have Republicans that are saying to fund the FBI. So I better not ever hear a Republican again lie about we Democrats are anti-law enforcement, because they talk about defunding the FBI without knowing all the facts. So they just need to correct their rhetoric and stop with the lies.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, representative from my home district in Georgia, from my hometown, is actually fundraising on defund the FBI merch, if you will. This past couple of weeks have been very good for Democrats otherwise. As we speak today, there's a chance the House could give final passage to the Inflation Reduction Act, which includes some of the biggest climate change prevention measures ever passed in this country, Brian. So that came together here as we were focused on the special session recently with the super secret negotiations between Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia and the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer. Huge win for Democrats. Every Republican voted against it. And in the process, Republicans seem to cast a very ill-advised vote to block help for veterans who were exposed to toxic burn pits overseas before reversing themselves and eventually passing that bill, the president signing that into law this week. All in all, it would seem some desperately needed, some would say good news for President Biden and congressional Democrats over the past couple of weeks.
Absolutely. President Biden is the most successful legislative president since President Lyndon B. Johnson, no doubt about it. He's gotten most of his agenda enacted into law. The Inflation Reduction Act, I wish it would have been bigger, like Build Back Better, but hey, you take what you can. I know a lot of my progressive friends, because I'm a center-left Democrat. I know my Republican friends think I'm a commie, but I'm not. But the point is that you can't get everything you want. And that's why I try to tell my progressive friends, we try to pass as much as we can with legislative action, and then we come back for more. I know Abdul doesn't agree with that, being on the right, but hey, that's okay. But the point is that we Democrats are doing very well right now. We are on a winning streak. We've got the PAC law that was just passed for veterans suffering from burn pits, sickness from burn pits. President Biden's son, Bo, died from brain cancer that was caused by burn pits. Jon Stewart of Comedy Central was a lion on this issue, and I'm really glad he really was pushing this issue. But not only that, the chip bill. So we're going to start creating more chips to go into everything from cars to refrigerators right here in the United States. The Inflation Reduction Act will definitely be passed by the House and signed into law. So while our president is getting things done for the American people, their president, Donald Trump, is trying to stay out of the big house. And I think that's why he wants to run for the White House again, because he thinks it can shield him from any kind of legal jeopardy. But he's sadly mistaken if that's what he's believing.
Very quickly, before we run out of time, Republicans, of course, are still slightly favored. If you look at the polls, if you look at the prognostications, Abdul, to at least retake the House in Washington. It's going to be a tougher road to hoe in the Senate, it looks like. But again, big week for Democrats politically the last couple of weeks. Gas prices are now coming down. it would seem things are at least nationally looking better for them right now, given the proviso that a whole lot can happen between now and Election Day.
Exactly. That's why I said this months ago. When people say the Republicans will take everything, it's like, well, remember, folks, a day in politics is like a lifetime. There are hundreds of lifetimes to go between now and Election Day. Like I said, the wind has shifted the back towards Democrats for now, but it could shift back toward the Republicans later on. We just don't know because that's how politics tends to work. I have some issues with the quote unquote Inflation Reduction Act. I don't think spending $500 billion in printing more money and pumping it into the economy is going to bring prices down. Gas prices have actually come down on their own because guess what? Demand's down because once again, people change their driving habits to adjust. So from that perspective, that's actually some good news. But once again, we'll see what happens. Like I said, the wins at the Democrats back this week, and 2 weeks from now, it could be the Republicans.
Why would it be the Republicans? They're not doing anything.
All right.
Except trying to keep Trump out of jail.
Before we're done, quick prediction. Brian, you're on record as saying Frank Mervan was going to retain his congressional seat despite all the money being poured into that district to support Jennifer Ruth Green, the Republican candidate. You still say that? You still holding to a Mervan victory in November?
Absolutely, I am. And not only my good friend was saying he thinks we Democrats could lose the House. I think we can hold the House. I know it's going to be close. I know a lot of prognosticators out there are saying, "Are you kidding? The Democrats aren't going to hold the House." But we're definitely going to hold the Senate. I think we're going to even pick up a couple of seats. So we're doing very well in the Senate. It's going to be real tight with the House. But if you look at the Republicans, they don't have an agenda. I mean, their agenda is literally keeping Donald Trump out of jail. That's their agenda. Our
political insiders, Abdul Hakim Shabazz, Brian Gaddy. Brian's middle initial is not J for anything, as far as we know. And we
Donald Jail Trump.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks so much.
Take care, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.